Welcome back to ADCGH Spoilers channel. Today, we unravel the threats facing Sasha Gilmore Corbin and her unborn child. Is another tragedy on the horizon? Few characters in General Hospital have endured the level of heartbreak that Sasha Gilmore Corbin has. She has been through devastating loss, manipulation, and near-death experiences, yet she continues to rise above every obstacle placed in her path. Now, as she embarks on a new chapter, one filled with hope, fear, and uncertainty, fans are left wondering, will history repeat itself, or will Sasha finally get the happy ending she deserves? With her unborn child's fate hanging in the balance and dangerous forces closing in, Sasha's future remains uncertain. Can she protect her baby from the threats lurking in Port Charles, or is she destined to face yet another tragedy? Let's dive into the latest developments and what they might mean for Sasha, Jason Morgan, and the tangled web of secrets surrounding her pregnancy. Sasha and Jason's unexpected bond, a new chapter or another heartbreak waiting to happen? Despite the overwhelming danger surrounding Sasha, one silver lining has emerged: her growing bond with Jason Morgan. Jason, known for his loyalty, strength, and unwavering sense of duty, has stepped up in a major way to support Sasha in her most vulnerable moments. As fans know, Sasha has a history of being manipulated and abandoned in her times of need, so Jason's presence has provided her with something she hasn't had in a long time: a sense of security. However, there's an undeniable complication to their growing connection: Jason is pretending to be the father of her baby. This arrangement, meant to shield Sasha from potential harm, could ultimately backfire. Jason is Sonny Corinthos' right-hand man, and anyone tied to Sonny automatically becomes a target in the ongoing mob conflicts brewing in Port Charles. If Sasha was hoping to protect her child from danger, aligning herself with Jason may have only put her in more jeopardy. Could Sidwell strike again? The ominous threat looming over Sasha. Jens Sidwell has already proven that he is not someone to be taken lightly. A man with a ruthless streak and a talent for destruction, Sidwell has already left a trail of devastation in his wake. From orchestrating the penthouse explosion to kidnapping Sasha and blowing up the warehouse, he has made it clear that he has unfinished business in Port Charles. Even though Sasha managed to escape his grasp with Jason's help, Sidwell's return has reignited fears that he may strike again. And, unfortunately, the danger is only escalating. One particularly unsettling moment occurred when Sidwell spied on Sasha inside a church, listening as she spoke about her pregnancy. That chilling encounter suggested that he has a vested interest in her unborn child, and not for good reasons. Could Sidwell see Sasha's baby as a bargaining chip? A way to gain leverage over Sonny, Jason, or even Michael? With Sidwell lurking in the shadows, the fear remains that Sasha might not be safe anywhere, no matter how many precautions she takes. Mob wars, explosions, and a dangerous legacy: the risk of Michael's secret coming to light. If Sasha had one goal in keeping her pregnancy a secret, it was to protect her child from the dangers that come with being tied to the Corinthos family. Michael Corinthos was never supposed to be in harm's way, but that changed when he was nearly killed in an explosion meant for someone else. That incident served as a stark reminder that anyone even remotely connected to Sonny is at risk. Sasha has already suffered enough loss. Losing Liam Corbin was an unbearable tragedy, and the thought of losing another child is simply too much to bear. For that reason, she has been doing everything in her power to keep Michael's paternity a secret. But in a place like Port Charles, secrets don't stay buried for long. If the truth about Michael being the father comes to light, Sasha could be in even more danger than before. Not only would she have to worry about Sidwell, but she would also have to contend with enemies of the Corinthos family who may see her unborn child as an opportunity for leverage. The unavoidable peril of soap opera pregnancies: will Sasha face another tragic loss? Anyone who has watched General Hospital long enough knows that pregnancies rarely go smoothly on the show. From miscarriages to kidnappings to life-threatening complications, it almost seems like a requirement that expectant mothers face some sort of crisis before giving birth. Given the level of danger surrounding Sasha, it wouldn't be surprising if she finds herself in a terrifying situation that puts both her life and her baby's life at risk. Whether it's another Sidwell attack, an unexpected medical emergency, or the mob drama that constantly looms over Port Charles, it seems inevitable that something will go wrong. One of the most likely scenarios is Sasha being rushed to General Hospital after a sudden medical crisis, leaving everyone on edge about whether her child will survive. In a moment of desperation, Jason might find himself at her side, further deepening their connection as he promises to protect her no matter what. But will the writers allow Sasha to finally experience the joy of motherhood, or are they setting her up for yet another devastating heartbreak? Will Sasha's baby survive? The hope for a brighter future. While General Hospital has certainly put Sasha through her fair share of pain, fans are hopeful that this time, things will be different. The loss of Liam Corbin was one of the most gut-wrenching storylines in recent memory, and many believe that Sasha deserves a win after everything she's endured. There is a growing hope that this child will survive, allowing Sasha to finally experience the happiness she has fought so hard to achieve. Of course, that doesn't mean the road ahead will be easy. Sasha will still have to navigate the dangers surrounding her, protect her child from those who seek to harm them, and face the inevitable fallout when the truth about Michael's paternity is revealed. But if there's one thing we know about Sasha Gilmore Corbin, it's that she is a fighter. She has survived addiction, loss, betrayal, and tragedy. She has rebuilt herself time and time again, proving that no matter how many times life knocks her down, she will always find a way to rise. Now, all that's left to see is whether she can finally hold on to the happiness she deserves. Final thoughts: will Sasha and Jason's growing bond change everything? As Sasha and Jason continue to grow closer, fans can't help but wonder what this means for their futures. Could this fake paternity arrangement lead to something more? Will Jason become Sasha's true protector in ways neither of them expected? And, more importantly, will this child make it through the chaos alive? One thing is for sure: danger is always lurking in Port Charles, and Sasha's journey is far from over. This week in Port Charles: secrets, shocking twists, and deadly consequences. Another thrilling week is ahead for General Hospital fans as the residents of Port Charles face mounting tensions, unexpected revelations, and dangerous criminal plots. The week of Monday, February 3rd to Friday, February 7th promises emotional confrontations, strategic moves, and warnings that could change everything. From Nina Reeves making surprising plays to Laura Collins issuing a dire warning, every day will bring new developments that could shake Port Charles to its core. Will Lulu Spencer successfully support Dante Falconeri despite the tension between them? Will Jordan Ashford's risky plan backfire? And is anyone truly safe in a town where secrets always lead to chaos? Let's break down the explosive events of the week, day by day. Friday, February 7th, Laura's dire warning and Nina's risky moves. The week reaches its climax with Laura Collins stepping in with a serious warning for Drew Quartermaine, but what exactly is she cautioning him about? With so many players moving in the shadows, Laura may have discovered a threat that could put Drew's freedom or even his life at risk. Could this be related to the ongoing Digitalis killings or another dangerous scheme brewing in Port Charles? Elsewhere, Lulu Spencer finds herself in a tense encounter, but with whom? Given how fraught her personal life has been lately, this confrontation could involve Dante, Brooklyn, or even Sonny Corinthos. Whatever it is, it's bound to be a moment filled with emotional turmoil. Meanwhile, Nina Reeves is on a mission to form an alliance, and it's likely tied to Drew's shady dealings. Ever the master manipulator, Nina may be plotting something that could turn the tides in her favor. But is she playing with fire? And in another part of town, Sonny Corinthos gets some medical news that could have major implications. Given his history with atrial fibrillation, is it possible that Sonny's health is declining again? This could have serious consequences, not just for him, but for the entire Corinthos family. Finally, Jordan Ashford briefs Anna Devane, most likely about the string of Digitalis-related murders. With criminal activity reaching a fever pitch, both women are determined to take down whoever is responsible. But with so many threats looming, the real question remains: is anyone in Port Charles truly safe? Thursday, February 6th, Nina's next move in Dante's desperation. As the week progresses, Nina makes a surprising move, and speculation is running wild. Is she taking action against Drew? Forming alliances with the wrong people? Or is she planning another calculated step in her ongoing vendetta? Meanwhile, Dante Falconeri is pleading to be allowed back on Sam McCall's case. Ever the dedicated detective, he refuses to sit back and let the investigation unfold without him. However, given the emotional toll this case has taken on him, will his superiors see this as a liability rather than an asset? Elsewhere, Lois Chirulo seeks out Martin Gray, and the topic of conversation could very well be Brooklyn's grown-up baby drama. Brooklyn has been navigating a complex personal situation, and Lois may be stepping in as the fierce and protective mother she has always been. Meanwhile, Portia Robinson checks in on Brad Cooper, who may be facing new troubles of his own. Could she be questioning him about Sasha's condition or something even more serious? And in a shocking turn, Rocco Falconeri overhears something he was never meant to hear. Could it be a revelation about Sam's murder, or something even more explosive that could change the entire course of his young life? Wednesday, February 5th, the search for Sam's killer and unexpected confrontations midweek. Alexis Davis, Molly Lansing Davis, and Christina Corinthos Davis come together in a powerful strategy session, determined to solve Sam's murder. Each of them has their own reasons for wanting justice, but will they be able to uncover the truth before more people get hurt? Meanwhile, Willow Corinthos makes a major decision, one that could have significant repercussions. Whether it's about Michael, Nina, or her own future, this choice will be one that alters the landscape of Port Charles in a big way. At the same time, Sasha Gilmore Corbin lashes out, likely at Cody Bell, who has been spreading false information. After overhearing Sasha's private conversation with Jason Morgan on the Courtemain boathouse deck, Cody jumped to the wrong conclusion about her baby's father. Now, Sasha is fed up, and she's making sure Cody understands that spreading rumors about her life is unacceptable. In another part of town, Lucas Jones and Carly Spencer catch up, and given Carly's recent return from Baden-Baden, Germany, there's no doubt that they have plenty to discuss. But will this be a warm family moment or yet another tension-filled conversation between them? And finally, Tracy Courtemain is absolutely livid, but what's set her off this time? The Courtemain matriarch never runs out of reasons to be furious, but given the recent chaos surrounding her family, this could be the start of yet another classic Tracy showdown. Tuesday, February 4th, Jordan's risky plan and Drew's shocking claim. As the week heats up, Jordan Ashford reveals a bold plan to Isaiah Gannon. Given the dangers surrounding Port Charles, is this a desperate attempt to take control of an escalating situation, or is Jordan biting off more than she can chew? Meanwhile, Drew Courtemain makes a shocking claim. But what exactly is he confessing to? Is it related to Nina's schemes, Sam's murder, or a secret that has yet to be revealed? At the same time, Lucky Spencer opens up to Elizabeth Baldwin after they receive important news from his mother, Laura Collins. Given Lucky's history of keeping his emotions guarded, this conversation could be a pivotal moment for him. And in another part of town, Carly Spencer makes a discovery that could change everything. Given how many secrets are floating around Port Charles, what she finds out could set off a major chain reaction. Finally, Sasha is put on the spot by Felicia Scorpio, who seems determined to get to the bottom of things. But will Sasha be ready to answer the tough questions? Monday, February 3rd, emotional reunions and brewing tensions. The week kicks off with Lulu Spencer trying to be supportive of Dante Falconeri, despite walking in on an emotional moment between him and Brooklyn Chase. Brooklyn was simply comforting Dante after he was unexpectedly put on leave from the police force and barred from investigating Sam's murder. But will Lulu see it that way, or will old wounds resurface? Meanwhile, Sonny Corinthos steps in to console Alexis Davis, who is reeling after learning that Sam's death was not an accident, but murder. Alexis is struggling to process the devastating reality, and Sonny, despite his own mounting troubles, does his best to be there for her. At the same time, Elizabeth Baldwin sees through Lucky Spencer's attempts to hide his emotions, leading to a heartfelt but difficult conversation between the two. Elsewhere, Trina Robinson is left completely taken aback. What has shocked her so deeply, and how will it affect her moving forward? And finally, Sasha finds herself in an unexpected situation while talking to Maxie Jones. Could Maxie be offering her some much-needed advice, or is this the beginning of a new conflict? Final thoughts: what's next for Port Charles? With so many dangerous secrets, high-stakes conflicts, and emotional reunions unfolding, Port Charles is in for one explosive week. Will Laura's warning change Drew's fate? Will Nina's alliance building pay off? And most importantly, will justice finally be served for Sam McCall? Next, we're breaking down the complicated love story of Dante and Lulu. Will they ever get a second chance? Few couples in General Hospital history have had as many ups and downs as Dante Falconeri and Lulu Spencer. Their love story has spanned years, endured heartbreak, and even survived tragedy. Now, with Lulu finally awake from her coma and Dante grieving the loss of Sam McCall, fans are left wondering, will these two ever find their way back to each other? Or are they destined to remain in the past? Recent episodes have given us glimpses of what could be, but the road to reconciliation is far from clear. Is there still a chance for Dante and Lulu to reignite their love, or have too many obstacles piled up between them? Let's break down the latest developments and what fans are saying about this GH power couple. Lulu's new portrayal, a fresh take on a classic character? One of the most hotly debated aspects of Lulu Spencer's return is the new actress portraying her, Alexa Havens. While change is always difficult for longtime fans, many have warmed up to Havens' interpretation of Lulu, appreciating her more mature, level-headed approach to the role. Some viewers have even pointed out that her portrayal moves away from the Carlyisms that defined Lulu in the past, making her more independent and less reactionary. Could this shift in personality actually help rekindle her romance with Dante, given that they now have an opportunity to connect in a way they never did before? However, there are still those who believe that the chemistry between Dante and Lulu wasn't strong enough the first time around. Is it possible that the second chapter of their story could be different, or is history doomed to repeat itself? Dante and Lulu bonding over lost time and family secrets? One of the more intriguing possibilities for Dante and Lulu's potential reunion is the fact that both of them have experienced shocking revelations about children they never knew existed. Dante's emotional journey with Sam's son, Danny, has shown a different side of him, one that is willing to step up, even in the wake of devastating loss. Meanwhile, Lulu has barely begun to process how much time was stolen from her while she was in a coma. Could their shared experiences with unexpected parenthood be what ultimately brings them back together? There's also the lingering question of how much Lulu has truly changed since waking up. While she may still love Dante, she is not the same woman she was before her accident. If she and Dante do reconnect, it won't be a simple case of picking up where they left off. It will require them both to grow into this new chapter of their lives. Fan reactions, divided opinions on Dante and Lulu's future as expected. The General Hospital fandom has plenty to say about this situation. While some viewers are rooting for a reunion, others remain skeptical. One fan excitedly commented, "I like Dante with this Lulu. They have nice chemistry together. It feels fresh, and I think they deserve a second chance." Another viewer, however, offered a different perspective, but Dante would be falling in love with a better version of Lulu this time around. Last time, they lacked chemistry. Maybe this new dynamic will work, but I'm not convinced yet. Meanwhile, another fan pointed out, "We knew 4 years ago that Lulu was still in love with Dante before she got blown up and put into a coma. It's no surprise that she's picking up right where she left off." The real question is, does Dante feel the same way? The discussion has been particularly heated because of the strong attachment fans have to Lulu's past portrayals. While some appreciate Alexa Havens' take on the role, others are struggling with the transition. Will audiences ultimately embrace this new Lulu, or will the resistance persist? Laura Spencer, a mother's advice that may seal Lulu's fate. If there's one person who understands Lulu's heart better than anyone, it's her mother, Laura Collins. In a heartfelt scene, Laura gently probed Lulu about her feelings for Dante, trying to gauge whether her daughter was truly ready to revisit the past. While Lulu attempted to brush off the idea of rekindling things, insisting that the timing wasn't right, Laura wasn't entirely convinced. Laura reminded Lulu that grieving takes time. Dante has just lost Sam, and jumping into a rekindled romance might not be the healthiest thing for him. Instead, she suggested that Lulu focus on loving Dante as a friend, rather than pushing for something more. It was a moment of motherly wisdom that may have set the tone for what's to come. If Lulu does love Dante, will she be patient enough to wait for the right time, or will she risk losing him forever by moving too soon? The road ahead, is a reconciliation even possible? Right now, the biggest obstacle between Dante and Lulu's reunion is timing. Dante is still deep in grief after losing Sam McCall, and jumping into another relationship may not be what he needs right now.